recruit their teachers next year to get them to blog. Like, they're saying, Mr. Zebarth, please help, tell the senior teachers that we want to blog. And I'm like, no, you tell the senior teachers you want to blog. It would mean a lot more coming from you. And I have a great anecdote. I'm feeding back on myself, Eric. Let's see what I can do. I was at a restaurant, and one of my students came and sat down with her parents. And I went over and said hello, and I suggested one of the dishes that they should have. And the mom said, oh, we'll try that, and then Zara can blog about it. And I thought that was like really cool. And she said, Mom, I gotta turn my voice down because can you still hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I have to turn it down because I'm feeding back on myself. So this mother tells me this blogging has been so great. It's really helped Zara kind of overcome that blank page, and it's pushed her to think of things to write. My kind of ongoing practice of the blog is take something that you've learned in class, apply it somehow with your life. Just connect it to something else, something that you've experienced, something that you've read, something that your parents said. It doesn't matter. I just want them to apply it in life and make those connections. And her mother thought it was really working because she's like, Zara is not afraid of blank page anymore, and she's willing to write and kind of go for it and fill a page. And it was kind of a sad statement because it seems like we've taught kids to be afraid to write, and so I think blogging has really helped kind of overcome that fear and help them to not be afraid of writing and afraid of the blank page. With Twitter, really quick, Twitter, I teach writing. I teach IP, language, and composition, and so it's very writing focused. And one of the skills we're trying to teach the students is to enter a conversation, is to be able to read different things and pull those things in and make their own argument about those things. And with Twitter, you make that conversation live. And the most exciting thing is when your students can connect with other authors, whether they be teachers, whether they be college professors. And so some of the coolest things I've done is as I've gone out and used Twitter to connect with other educators and writers and thinkers and bloggers, I use kind of what they're doing in my classroom, and we'll comment on their things, and we will often get responses back from the writers. And it's just, it's a powerful model to show how you can use social media to interact with people. It's not just, hey, here's what I hate, and here's what I hate. But give them a reason to be on social media and to use it for good and to extend their learning opportunities. I'm going to pause here a second just for any questions or.
Some questions.
Okay.
First, I'm sorry.
To interact with people. Hey, here's what I.
So Brandon wants to know, like, you're working with high school kids. What are some ground rules that? Oops.
I'm going to pause here a second. Any questions or?
Okay, so we want to know what you do to set up kind of the culture in the classroom, the ground rules, kind of the good norms for your kids to practice when they're using social media. And you have screen here. So how do you kind of set that up with your kids?
What are some ground rules?
Okay, Eric, here's what's happening on my end. I am hearing everything that I said from about 2 minutes behind, a minute or two behind, plus everything that you're saying, so it's a total mess. So I'll keep talking. If you would just use the chat to maybe put in some of the questions, then I could answer it that way. I have to mute it because I can't. It's really ugly.
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, the chat, that's in the toolbox. How do you set up the...
Okay, Eric, here's what's happening on my end. I am hearing everything that I said about
value into your chat.
plus everything that you're saying, so it's a total
Chat.
mess. So I'll keep talking.
Right. There we go.
Some of the questions, and I can answer it that way. I have to mute it because I can't. It's really ugly.
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, the chat, that's in the toolbox. How do we...
It's the top left. It's the blue icon there on the left hand side. There you go. How do you set up norms and ground rules for your students when they use social media? Norms, ground rules. I kind of approach it as we would approach a classroom, and I will often say the work that we do on social media is going to be academic work, and we're going to act online just as we would in person. So, and that's kind of really all I do. And we talk about just being good citizens and how we would not, you know, are you going to say it to somebody to their face? And if you would not say it to their face, then you're not going to say it online. And so kind of the same rules apply as far as classroom etiquette as does online etiquette. I do continually remind them, and especially with high school juniors, I will often suggest that they make a specific kind of academic presence, because a lot of them will have their personal Twitter account, and I don't. Then they're posting like whatever they want to post, and so I always encourage them to think of their audience and to maybe come up with a side, you know, an academic version of Twitter or even Instagram and Facebook. But then the bigger conversation is, you know, they are putting out there, like anything they put online exists and will exist there forever. And so I really encourage, I mean, I want them to make the move of not putting trash up anymore. And so throughout the year, I'm hoping that they just kind of shed their bad social media habits. It doesn't always happen, but it's really nothing more than we're going to do online what we do in class. They are putting out, like anything they put online. You know, I wanted to get Apple TV, but this is, I'm not getting Apple TV after this. If this is Apple TV, Eric, I'm out.
But we can still see you, so we're happy.
Doing class. They are putting out, like anything they put online. Have you seen teachers in other areas using blogging as a reflection tool, way to share, maybe talk a bit about learning rounds too? There, on my campus, blogging is still pretty new. There's a couple of us who use it regularly, and some of the reasons why people are hesitant to use it. I know one of our English teachers doesn't want to use it because she feels like she has to keep up with everything that's written. I want to say bye to my people. Bye. Good luck. Have fun. Sorry. So they feel like that they have to keep up with all the writing, but that, for me, with English, I want them to write more, and they have to write more than I could give feedback on. So I'll build in, peer feedback and peer discussion, and I'll assign students, hey, you read these 5 blogs today, respond to them. So it's just a way to actually write more and get more feedback than what I could give. I was recently at an ed tech conference for Canvas, the learning management system Canvas, and I went to this one session where this math teacher was using reflection questions. Matter of fact, I will email it to you, Eric, her presentation. It was really amazing. And so she wasn't doing blogging per se. She was doing it through a discussion board on Canvas. But it essentially had the same effect, and they were writing, reflecting on math and writing about math, and it was. I want to bring it out to talk to my math teachers because it was really good. So, so other areas. So yeah, so math, science. I know science people will kind of do their labs there and do a lot of peer revisions there. As far as like learning rounds, Eric, how do you want me to talk about learning rounds? Learning rounds and blogging, the social media aspect of it? One thing I should say before I look at this question is this is an example of using technology in the classroom and being flexible and just going with it, because nothing's perfect, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches and go. So we're still going. Okay, just the blogging. I mean, really. I guess if I could go, there's an author, he's out of Texas, his name is Austin Kleon, and he did a little book called Show Your Work. And I love that book because it's things I've been doing for a while, and I think blogging is a way to show your work. Whatever your work is, you don't have to show everything, obviously. You just want to show your and not even your best stuff, because you want to show sometimes how you mess up, because other people can learn from your messing up. So with the instructional rounds I've been doing, I've been trying to keep a blog, and by no way am I like the best blogger. My goal is to blog all the time. Eric beats me hands down. So it's really tough to do, to be consistent with it, but you don't have to be long. You could always be quick, but I definitely believe in showing your work. No matter what you're doing, show and share your work. Especially as educators, I feel we owe it to our students and to our colleagues that we're telling them what we're doing, we're reflecting on what we're doing, and being part of a conversation to always get better and to always learn. And so I think it's a great way to model, and I think we need to do it more often. We need to not be so enclosed into our classrooms and kind of make our classrooms glass classrooms, and just so that other people can learn. And we talk a lot about 21st century learning and what exactly is that. And I think one of the things that it is being transparent in how you do things and how you learn things and reflecting on that process. Way to model, and I think we need to do it more often. We need to
not be so close to our classroom and kind of make our classrooms glass classrooms, and just so that other people can learn.
And of course you would. Of course you would.
And Glassroom is our new FM hashtag. Will attribute. Prepare.
Yeah, I actually stole Amy Berval. I think she said like a glass classroom, and I'm like, oh, that's too long, man. Let's make it Glassroom. And David Terrio, my colleague, and I, we had been looking for a hashtag, like what to call that, and we called it like Inside Out, and nothing was working. And then Amy Berval said, oh, it's a glass classroom. I'm like, it's a glass room. It's perfect. So yeah. We are out. Oh, we're done? Are we done, Eric?
Here we go.
It says, we are out. Prepare. Okay, so, well, I don't care about care packages. I hope this worked.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Long, man. Let's make it classroom. And Ontario.
Can you hear me?
For a hashtag.
You can hear me?
Called it like Inside Out, and nothing was working.
Okay.
All said, oh, it's a.
We love you.
Like the Glassroom. It's perfect.
We will see you later.
All right. I hope this helped, Eric. I hope it helped.
Oh, wait. Email the map.
Are out. Prepare. Okay, so, well, I don't care about care packages. I hope.
Wait. Can you hear me? Check at MCOE. Yeah, I think I forgot. Peace out, Sean.
I hope this helped, Eric. I hope it helped.